Hey Brave Gamers, how's it going? In this video I would like to show you how you can unlock yet another optional job in Bravely Default 2, which is the Salve Maker, which some of you guys probably already know from Bravely Default 1 because you were also already able to play it in there. And to unlock the Salve Maker, you first have to complete the story quest in Wiswald and defeat the final boss there. And from there on out, you will be heading through the Wayward Woods, which is this misty forest right here in front of me. And once you made your way through that forest, you will end up here at the northern exit of it and enter the lands of Rimedhal. And from here on out, you basically want to head west. And it's easier to just keep hugging the mountain range here on my left. But be careful with the monsters here because you will probably be on a lower level than me and they will most likely be attacking you. So watch out for the monsters, and you just want to keep heading towards the west from here until you get to this village of Endero over here. And once you made it to the village of Endero, you want to head into this house over here. And as soon as you enter this building, a cutscene will play, and after that cutscene you can talk to the NPC over here and he will give you the quest to unlock the Salve Maker. That is basically the short version of it. Now for the rest of the video I'm gonna show you the progress of this quest, and at the end we're gonna take a look at the Salve Maker and its abilities.
Glenn, we brought you some Luneclover. This is the right stuff, isn't it?
Sure, it is all together. Thanks, you lifesavers, you. I'm coming, Glenn. Just a little longer now.
Are you all right?
Sure, he's been asleep all this time, and well, what if it's not a dream he's been having, but one long, horrible nightmare? Still, can't be worrying about all that just now. I need to make a start on mixing up the goods. Voila! One batch of Dream Snoozer fresh from the mortar. Listen, I couldn't ask just one last favour of you, could I?
Certainly. What can we do for you?
You couldn't keep a watch over me and Glenn here while we're sleeping, could you?
You're worried you might not come back either.
Well, there is that, but it's more that I can't bear the thought of no one being here to keep an eye on him, what with the state he's in and all.
I hope you don't mind me saying this, but aren't you forgetting the other villagers? If you don't come back either, they won't have a mare to look after them.
Ah, sure, they'll be grand altogether. They've no need for stupid old me.
Something tells me they beg to differ, you know.
Oh.
Look, why don't you let us go instead? You're the only one who can make this medicine anyhow. If you don't make it back, no one can go after you.
Well, now that's just... but I can't just... Can I?
Seriously, don't worry about it. Whatever's going on in there, we can handle it. We'll bring your brother home. I promise.
And after this dialogue you want to make sure that you save your game, because now we enter the territory of the boss fight, right? So, of course, before the Asterisk battle you want to actually save your game. And of course the game is going to warn you again, so be sure to save your game before you head in there.
So, this is Glenn's dream.
Oh, Anya! My dear, sweet, lovely Anya. Anya? Suppose that must have been the name of his wife.
Are you all right?
It's my wife. My lovely Anya. She's been kidnapped.
Huh? Kidnapped? By who?
I'm not altogether sure they just snatched her up and ran off towards the mountains. I can't just let them take her. I've got to do something.
Hey, wait! Guess this is why he couldn't wake up, huh?
Must be, yeah.
Hang on though. Aren't dreams supposed to be manifestations of our deepest thoughts and fears? How does that fit in with wife kidnapping exactly?
I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Glenn, help me!
Anya!
Yeah! She's mine now! All mine!
Glenn?
Hang on. He's our kidnapper. He didn't much seem the type.
This is a dream, remember? That's not the real Glenn. It's whoever Glyn thinks he is.
And he thinks he's the type of bloke who'd run off with his wife? Crikey.
Anya's mine, curse you! And not a man jack of you will take her from me.
So it's true, Glenn. You wanted Anya for your own.
No, don't you remember, Glenn? You wanted to help your brother.
You're here to take her off me too, aren't you? Well, she's mine now, just like she always should have been. That's right, Mr. Hero. The Ogre King's got your precious princess, and there's nothing you can do about it.
What's all this about heroes and ogre kings?
I really haven't the foggiest.
It's a dream, you pair of plonkers. It's not supposed to make sense.
You really think this is funny?
She's mine, curse you! The princess is all mine! She should have been mine from the get-go. What she ever saw in a gutless wonder such as yourself, Glyn, I'll never know. Yous are here to try and take my lovely Anya back and all, eh? Then you'll feel my boot in your behinds.
Time to play my trump cards.
Alright, and we made it to the Asterisk battle, the battle that decides it all, and once again, unfortunately I'm very overleveled and overgeared when I did this fight here. But overall, this fight is not that difficult at all to do. It's not as challenging as the boss battles are in the game, in my opinion. As you can see, he does not have that much HP at all, and he has a dagger weakness, so if you come around with a thief, you should easily destroy this guy very quickly. As a matter of fact, let's just do so.
Glyn knows it too, deep down in his heart. Anya should have been mine all along. I had no choice but to take matters into my own hands. Now come on with you, Mr. Hero. You'll be needing to defeat this here Ogre King if you want to win the princess back. That, or leave her in my devilish clutches for good.
Come and get it!
But as you will see very quickly, he will be using a lot of status effects on your party, so you definitely want to bring a healer who, if not for dispelling, at least for healing your party up after taking the damage from the debuffs and the poison.
A mere scratch. I must endure.
Still standing. That's better, eh? The handsome hero always wins the day, eh?
To see.
So exciting!
Ooh, I like what I'm seeing here.
One must never stop learning.
And so, the Ogre King is defeated!
Glenn!
Gah! Wipe that gormless look off your face, will you? The princess chose you, didn't she? And there you are doubting her. Feckless Egypt that you are. What?
He's right, Glenn. You're the hero of the story. I love you. Always have, always will. It's you I wanted to be with and no one else.
But...
No ifs, no buts. Now do what you've got to do and face the Ogre King.
A Ogre King? Glenn, you mean?
Come on, hero boy! I'm waiting for you!
Anya? Glenn!
So, what do you say, Glenn? I think it's about time you woke up. Don't you?
You're right. Can't very well run away from this much longer now, can I?
You're awake, so you are.
All right there, Glenn.
So? Did you see your Anya there in Dreamland?
Yeah. Thanks. It meant a lot. But she told me I had to face up to you one last time.
Hey.
There's something I should have told you a while back. I know you liked her. And that you gave her up for my sake. And I know that, well, that she probably liked you too. Preferred you even.
Sure, what'll we do with you? Brother of mine or no, you're an awful gobdaw, so you are. Wait there a second. Have a read of that, will you?
It's from Anya.
Sorry, Glenn. There's no easy way to say this, but I just don't feel that way about you. It's your brother I love. I hope you can forgive me.
Sent her a little love letter way back when, so I did. And that's what I got in return. The old brush off. Sure, I had to learn to deal with it, and an awful kick in the teeth it was too. But give her up for your sake. Not a bit of it. I didn't have to step aside. I was already out of the picture.
Glenn.
You loved Anya. And by crikey, she loved the pants off you. Give her that much, will you? Heavens rest her soul. Hey, do you remember when we were kids? I was always the Ogre King, Anya the princess, and you the noble hero.
So, the hero and princess stuff in your dream, that was a memory of the games you used to play?
I reckon so. Anya used to love to see this one play the hero, so she did. And I was always the awful, ugly, horrible old Ogre King.
Sure, I never thought anything of it.
Ah, bittersweet memory. She can be a cruel mistress.
You think we should maybe give these two some time alone?
Yes, that would probably be for the best.
Hang on just a second. You've done me and my brother both a favour we'll not soon be able to repay. Here, 'tis the least I can do.
Wait, are you sure?
That I am. You'll have more use for it than me, no doubt. Drop by if you're ever in the area again, won't you?
Of course we will. Thank you ever so much.
All right, time to... Oh, what's the matter, Gloria?
Oh, nothing, really. It's just... Well, the Anya in Glyn's dream. She was just a figment of his imagination, wasn't she?
Aye, just a memory, that's all.
So why did she tell Glyn to face up to Glenn that one last time? I'm not sure it's exactly what Glyn wanted to do, are you? But then, perhaps that's why it took his dream wife to persuade him.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of strange now you mention it.
Hey! What if it was actually the real Anya?
Ah, come on. It was just Glenn's way of geeing himself up to confront his brother.
Shut up, spoil sport. Can't a girl dream?
Ha! You believe what you want to believe. Far be it from me to stop you.
Exactly. Let's leave it at that, shall we?
Thank you.
And now at the end of the video, I'd like to take a look at the abilities real quick that come with the Salve Maker. Basically, the Salve Maker combines multiple items together to create tons of different effects, and I would dare say that you can create basically any kind of effect that you can also create with abilities from any other job in the game. For example, curing poison, curing confusion, paralysis, any status effect that can be cured with the Salve Maker as well. But not only can you cure these status effects, you can also apply them to the enemies, you can deal damage with the Salve Maker, you can do pretty much anything. Their abilities revolve around the usage of items and materials, which you of course first have to farm and gather, or you buy them from a shop if you have the money for it and you don't have the patience to farm them. But as you can see, the Salve Maker is more of a supportive job that comes with a various of active and passive abilities that help the rest of your party, especially your main DPS dealers, to get an additional edge in combat and simply deal more damage, or of course survive a little bit longer in battle. And then, just like I did with the Gambler video, I'm gonna show you how the job looks on each of the characters. Looks very steampunky, as you can see. Though with the head, I think they look more like a safari tour guide than a Salve Maker. But it doesn't look too bad. Probably looks the best on Seth, in my opinion. Alrighty, and that's how you unlock the Salve Maker in Bravely Default 2. Hope it was helpful for you guys, and thanks for watching. Have a good time.